Poem of the day. They fly in nightly. And will stay a few hours. Guests sometimes don't leave. It's a haiku poem. 5 syllables, one line, 7 syllables, the next line, and then 5 syllables in the third line. You've got to be very concise. You've got to think about what it is you want to say and how to convey what you want to say. It's part of communicating. Saying fewer things is important. So, one of those days, I had a lot of work to do, even on this glorious Sunday. Inspiration of this poem was that for the last few weeks, I have been having very vivid dreams with people I've known, some family. I've got some stresses with my family, like a lot of people do. At the same time, I'm finding that there's a lot of dynamic going on around the world, and many people are uncertain. I've shared this story many times that I have with me here. These are prison bars from my father's prison. And here are barbed wire that they used to wrap prisoners' arms around and wheel them down this rocky road in a flat wheelbarrow. Many of the pieces are broken to my father's hands, and they've remained there. No medical attention, and he had skin growing over the metal in his hands. Those stories are strong. They're powerful. I'm humbled regularly by thinking about stories like that with other people who come here, especially immigrants who've endured a lot of madness in their countries. And I'm seeing that there's a lot of madness happening in our own country now. A lot of uncertainty and a lot of darker side about human nature, especially when it's being empowered and unaccounted for by government officials. But I try to have good days. Not the entire day, but a lot of the moments. As many good moments. And how do I get them? I start looking around, things I appreciate, right? Got some of my artwork there. I've got a painting from my sister, my dad's prison, bars. My friend Julie has a piece of artwork. Up there, a mirror that my buddy John I inherited from. He was a photographer friend of mine, unfortunately murdered by a homeless man. I have some of his ashes in the garage. I have all his photography. I do. When you entwine yourself in the lives of others, you want to pick them carefully. I meet people out about when I share flowers, picking up plants from people, selling items here and there. There's always a story to exchange with people if they're willing. I give tours of the home, my little museum of all the artwork, and also the garden front and back regularly. And I meet the loveliest people. Sometimes they bring their kids and I let them enjoy the backyard, be inspired by the art in the walls. I even let them play the piano. You don't know where inspiration comes from, but you want to have good moments and you want to relay that to people, that they too should not measure their days. They should measure their moments. I have a lot of really good moments every day. Every day. It doesn't mean I'm not without sadness or some pain or some regret or some sorrow that can be overwhelming. Yeah. People have come into my life for a moment, for a day, for a season, for a lifetime. One or all of the above of those combinations. Thanksgiving is going to be happening on Thursday. The 28th is my sister Mina's birthday. That blue painting I have there is in her memory. She died of a heart attack. We had a falling out because of another family member who was embezzling from the family's estate, and she picked his side when I was going after him for stealing. She regretted it, but put a very serious wedge in our connection. Would I do things differently? Of course I would. That's what happens as you get older. You start thinking about how to resolve problems, how to resolve the dynamics. I was talking to a high school friend of mine, Julie, today on the phone. She's been sober now 21 or 24 years, I don't know. But I said one of the great things of sobriety is that you kind of really just deal with a lot of trauma in your life. You deal with a lot of issues that have troubled you. And it compartmentalizes resolve a little better, doesn't it? They fly in nightly and will stay a few hours. Guests sometimes don't leave. You want to pick better guests? And you want to be a good guest as well. It's not the invitation, my friends. It's whether you're re-invited. It's a lesson I've learned a long time ago. Contribute to the goodness of the lives of others. And contribute to the goodness of the life of yourself. Not material gain. Basic stuff. Roof, shelter, food, clothing. You got gas in your tank. All these basic things. Yeah. Put some money aside. Live modestly. But the big one I say to you all is that have good moments. Look around. What's good? What's good? What is good? I'm looking at my closet. Okay, the closet door's open. But you know what? I've got clean clothes in there. I've got my passports, 2 of them. One for Serbia and one for the United States. Stuff is, things are good. Lovely garden outside. I get to see the sun in the morning if I wake up and it's sunny. Sun is slow this time of year to come up. So I wake up and it's still a little dark, and I'm enjoying it because it's different. I have a different outlook, different perspective. It's a different mindset. And I play music, like African Zulu music. Oh my goodness, just absolutely beautiful stuff. And I read poetry in the morning. It's like spiritual food. Have a cup of coffee. My dear friend Rena, my favorite Christian. I don't go to church anymore, but she's such a decent church lady. You just love her. She turned 79 today. She wanted me to go with her husband to a place where her husband's performing in his band tonight, but I'm just too beat. I'm just exhausted. Been working all day. But she brought a container back that I had given her full of my chicken vegetable soup. And she made a pumpkin cake and gave me part of it, wrapped in aluminum foil. Americans call it pumpkin. I call it pumpkin because it's got a U in there. It's kind of what my father would say because, languages where we come from are phonetical. A U is always pronounces oo, but we call it pumpkin. Ain't that right? Uh-huh. I'm sharing these stories with my poetry because I want my stories to be poetic. Whatever the human condition is mustering up, whatever the universe is conjuring in its own way. There's no mind out there making things happen. Things just happen. You're in the crossfire of a lot of commotion, a lot of atoms excited and moving about their life. Some vibrant and explosive, others waning like the last few moments of a sunset. This is us. Guests sometimes don't leave. So, I'm wishing you all a lovely night. I'm wishing you all kind of a centered place in your life where you have a sense of calm and that everything around you, you're looking for a balance. You know how far to let the tethering lines go if it's too much energy, where you can't parrot the energy back. So peace be with you, peace be upon you. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. New thing I'm doing. Poem of the day. The title of this poem is called Think. 5 vowels, 7 vowels, 5 vowels. Haiku. Good night. Ciao.